Hi, welcome back to Central Valley Talk. We're live and local. It's Thursday, the 8th of July, 2021. I'm Austin Reed. We're coming to you from our Tower District studios here in Fresno at Central Valley Talk. My next guest, he's been on twice now. Yeah, Sean Charters. What's up, brother?
How's it going?
Good.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
First Steps Recovery. Now, you were in recovery in another way the last, 3 months with your foot. What happened?
Definitely. Since I've been in recovery for drugs and alcohol, I've developed a very full life, which is important for my own mental health. And I was lifting in the gym and I dropped a 25-pound plate on my left foot, which then resulted in a horror movie, for lack of better terms. It was not the greatest thing to happen, but it completely flipped my life upside down. It caused me to slow down entirely. So I went from a very active life to nothing and being stuck at home.
But you're back.
I'm back.
You're feeling
9
better?
weeks later, I'm back.
Man, that's why, the main reason I wanted Sean back is just because he can get out and do stuff. So I was like, come back on the show. Come back on the show.
And I'm happy to be here.
So what's happening at First Steps Recovery now that we are in summer? Anything new?
Definitely. We actually have quite a few new things going on at First Steps. The first thing is that we are currently building out a brand new property. So we have a 10-acre property that will add an additional 18 beds. One of the primary reasons for opening that property is we ended up being contracted with the VA as well as TRICARE, which is active military. So with both of those contracts and really becoming more accessible to our community, we needed more space to help more people. So with that, we will have an additional 18 beds, and we are also working with first responders. That's a big reason why we opened that additional property, and that should hopefully be open by the end of the year. So we're currently in the renovating stage. It's pretty exciting. It is the fourth property in our family. And then the other new thing is we have, because of everything that's been going on since COVID and the last, probably year and a half now, a lot of things have changed. And so our aftercare services, which are our partial hospitalization program and our intensive outpatient programs, those were both entirely on Zoom. But as of July 5th, so we just passed that date, we are going to a 100% hybrid model. And what that means is we will not have Zoom on one side and in-person on the other side. We have a piece of technology that sits in the center of the room, and it combines the virtual and the in-person worlds together into one group. So it actually has voice recognition software and a camera on all sides. And that camera, as long as someone inside of that room is talking for more than 3 seconds, it will zoom in and focus on them. And then it has a panoramic view of the entire room. So it combines everyone on their computers with everyone inside of the material PHP IOP room.
Dude, that is awesome. It's like a full TV studio.
It's really exciting.
With robots.
And we were talking about this right before this interview, the idea of Zoom and how it's become a household name and whether or not that is going to stay. I have a lot of corporate experience, and with that experience, I have a ton of experience with Zoom, but it's pretty much become a household name nowadays.
It is, yeah.
And so because it increases accessibility, there's clinical value in having in-person treatment, but there's also value in accessibility with having the virtual option. So we decided to not only keep it, but bring those two things together.
Final question. If somebody is watching this or on our replay and they are struggling, they don't know what to do, what's your suggestion?
My biggest suggestion that I would have is to pick up the phone and make the phone call that can be the hardest call to make. And it's the phone call asking for help. It is literally why I exist in my role, is to answer the phone when someone needs help and when someone needs to get into treatment. So my biggest suggestion is to call the number on the bottom of the screen if you or a loved one is experiencing issues with drugs or alcohol.
844-BIG-STEP or FirstStepsRecovery.com. And you guys are located right here in the Central Valley.
Right here in the Central Valley.
Sean, good to see you again. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks. It's a pleasure.
All right. Come back anytime, okay?
Definitely will.
All right. I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Central Valley Talk. We'll be back with another guest in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.